Several cities have added these review boards already, including the state's two biggest cities, Raleigh and Charlotte. Efforts to add Greensboro and Winston-Salem to the list failed to get past the General Assembly last year, but supporters are not giving up.
The effort to create a 5-member board to rule on disciplinary matters in the Triad's two largest cities has divided the mayors of those cities. Winston-Salem Mayor Alan Joines says he likes the system already in place.
It's a system that works pretty well.
Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn disagrees.
I support it because all it really does is audit the procedures when somebody gets fired or demoted.
City workers punished by their bosses can appeal their cases to the city manager. But under the proposed bill, a civil service review board would have the final say, not the city manager.
My career is done. I will remain my rank, and I have less than a year and a half to go.
Winston-Salem police officer Allison Marion says what happened to her career is why the city needs a civil service review board. She says in 2019, then police chief Katrina Thompson tried to fire her. She appealed her case to the city manager, who overturned the chief's decision. But Chief Thompson then transferred Sergeant Marion from patrol supervisor to 911 operator.
It was a shock. I had not been given any forewarning that this was going to happen. When I asked why I was being assigned, I was told, I don't know.
Marion says her demotion cost her career advancement and potentially thousands of dollars in salary.
I believe Civil Service Board would have looked at the transfer and realized that it was completely abnormal.
Mayor Joines says the current system takes politics out of the decision-making of who to hire and who to fire, and adds that more than 20% of grievances filed over the past 5 years were overturned in favor of city workers.
Well, I think there may be occasional something like that happens, but I don't think it's worth throwing out a very good system of governance.
Mayor Vaughn says that many city workers feel they have a personality conflict with their boss or believe they're victims of discrimination on the job.
I think they should have the chance to appeal, and they are appealing to a panel of their peers, which I think is important.
Sergeant Marion won her grievance with the city of Winston-Salem, but soon learned it was a hollow victory. The boss who tried to fire her had the final say over her career, reassigning her to a desk job with no room for advancement.
My personal feeling is that it had to do with my winning the grievance. What her actual justification was or what her reasoning was, I can't tell you because that was never discussed with me.
This bill has passed the House, now awaiting action in the Senate. However, the same bill passed the House last year. It died in the Senate. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.